Bam! Okay, so I'm trying my hand at this vlogging thing. I've been kind of interested in trying it since earlier today. I was worried that I'm not going to have anything to really talk about most of the time because my life is kind of boring. But I did some stuff today, so I figured I'd give it a shot today. Alright, let's go. So it all started today when I went out with my mother, who visited from her home in Niagara on the lake. She came in to say hello, also to help my sister get a passport for the European Union. And so she was in Toronto, where I live, and decided to come say hello, and I thought that was great. And so we went out for dinner, had a really, really nice time, and then got into a big argument about the difference between our ideals, and like, I don't know, we both have contrasting lifestyles, and it really didn't end on a very high note, but I'm feeling a little better right now, and that brings me into Section 2. Section 2. I've noticed that I really like to wear more than one layer of clothes. I noticed today that I just feel happier and enjoy things more when I'm wearing more clothes, which is why I'm wearing a hat and gloves and a cardigan, a t-shirt, and pants and socks. Even though I don't like socks, but I'm wearing socks here, and it's really warm. I am incredibly hot. Yeah, so after that, I came home and went back to listening to the new album by Justice, Audio Video Disco. If you don't know Justice, I really recommend looking them up. They're a French electro house group that are just fucking awesome. Download their album Cross, enjoy it, love it, learn it by heart somehow. Do something. And then once you've sort of listened to Cross, then you need to listen to Audio Video Disco, which is their newest album. Came out a couple of days ago, and it's just so good. It's a great follow-up. It's kind of like a more daytimey version to the nighttime of Cross, because Cross is kind of dark and heavy. And Audio Video Disco is kind of lighter, but still very Justice and still very awesome. So I've been doing that, and wearing clothes, as you can see. Clothes. I also came in and I played this game that I've been getting into more and more. I've kind of been into it for a while. It's called Hero Fighter. It's not very well known. A couple people know what it is. My liking of Hero Fighter started with a game that came out years ago called Little Fighter 2. I don't even remember how I heard about it. Well, I heard about it through my friend Julian, who's an awesome guy, and he showed me this game, Little Fighter 2. I really recommend you guys download and play it if you're into fighting type stuff. It's kind of like a semi-two-dimensional fighting game. It's kind of Super Smash Bros.-esque, but with less jumping around and craziness. But very, very cool. Overall, I love Little Fighter 2, and Hero Fighter is a bit of a sequel to that. It's kind of like a follow-up created by one of these guys. And I have one problem with Hero Fighter. It's really fucking hard. Honestly, it's driving me insane. Like, they've been going through like different versions, slowly updating it. It's still kind of in the early stages. But oh my god, it's hard as shit. I'm playing through the story mode, and there's this stupid thing that goes on in the story mode where basically you get to a certain point, and in order to actually get past a certain point, you need to keep trying the level and dying and slowly building up your experience points that way so you can get to a level high enough to actually get through the level. This is just my personal opinion, but when it comes to a system of levels and a system of stages moving up in the story, personally I think that you shouldn't make the level impossible based on the level you just achieved. Because I've been going at this shit for hours. If I go back, even with the stage I was on previously, there's this one little section that's almost impossible unless you go back and play through the entire story mode like 6 or 7 times at least before you actually get you beefed up your character enough to actually be able to accomplish something. And even then, it's fucking hard as shit. Like, there's just certain things that are just abnormally cheap that the enemy characters do. Alright, I'll give you an example of something I mean. There's part of this game, there are characters in this level that can set you on fire. The problem with that is when you're on fire, anything you touch lights on fire. Therefore, if you get on fire and you're tightly packed within your little group of teammates, everybody gets fucking ruined. But that's not the only problem I have with it, because also when you're on fire, you tend to be sent way up in the air because one of the guys who sets you on fire just explodes and you go, ah! And when that happens, it's so fucking frustrating. Because when you're in the air, they just keep hitting you and lighting you on fire over and over and over again until you lose like half of your health bar within a few seconds, and then you have to run around and try to kill people to try to get a health potion. But if you kill people, you're risking getting burned again, which just makes the whole thing fucking irritating. I don't mind this part as much. The only problem I have with the whole system is that it makes the game way too difficult. I've been going on about that a little too long, so I'll just drop it. As some of you people may or may not know, probably not because this is my first time vlogging and I'm not very well known, is that I play lots of instruments. I like to play the ukulele, which you can see in an old video of mine. I'll put an annotation somewhere, I don't know, right on my face. Yeah, you can go look at that. But the problem with that is that my ukulele has been broken. It happened when I went to New York. I went to New York with my ukulele, played it with a friend of mine, Kelly. She's pretty awesome. I'll put a link to her channel in the doobly-doop. People call it that, right? I've seen a couple people call the description box the doobly-doop. No idea why. I just like the word. When I was in New York, I played the ukulele with Kelly. It was pretty fun because you're like making music in public. And that may sound like a sexual pun. Does it? And it does. So when I got back from the hotel, I noticed that there was something a little off. So that happened. That is definitely one of my least favorite moments of the past couple of months. However, I did find something that kind of makes up for it. It's a lot more obscure, and it's kind of the same thing. This is a charango. It's made with an armadillo shell. It's a Spanish instrument, and you can see there are 10 strings, but they're kind of made like a 12-string guitar. It's like, not exactly in tune. You get the general idea. But basically, the first couple of strings are made to be just like a ukulele with some extra strings on the bottom. And that's fantastic because it's basically another ukulele with some more strings. But the one problem I have with that is that the chords that I've learned to use in a ukulele, they work basically the same, but now I have to work my fingers around this new thing. And I'm traditionally a bass player. I'm used to doing more of the wide hand stuff. The wide hand stuff. Look at that. Look how wide my hands are. And so ukulele was hard enough, but now I have to work all of my fingers around one tiny chord, and I'm just like, and it's kind of frustrating. But the sound is really cool. I'm probably just gonna wrap this up because it's gone on way too long. I need to fix that. Alright, so I guess I'll catch you guys next time I decide to try vlogging. Next time my life does something interesting. Okay.